STALKER 2, Heart of Chornobyl is the highly anticipated sequel in the iconic STALKER series, developed by GSC Game World. Set in the Chornobyl exclusion zone, the game combines first-person shooter elements with deep survival mechanics. Players will navigate a vast, seamless open world filled with dangerous anomalies, mutated creatures, and hostile factions. No More Room in Hell 2 is an upcoming co-op survival horror game developed by Lever Games, now part of Torn Banner Studios. This sequel builds upon the original's intense zombie survival gameplay, introducing a more expansive world with new areas, objectives, and tactical challenges. The game supports up to 8 players in co-op mode, where teamwork is essential to survive against relentless zombie hordes. Morbid Metal is an upcoming action-packed roguelite developed by the indie studio Screen Juice. The game stands out with its unique feature of allowing players to shapeshift in real time between 4 different characters, each with distinct abilities and combat styles. The gameplay is fast-paced and focuses on stylish combat, where you can combine the abilities of different characters to create devastating combos. ExeKiller is an upcoming single-player, action-adventure game developed by Paradark Studio. Set in a post-apocalyptic world with a unique blend of cyberpunk, retro-futuristic, and Western themes, the game puts you in the role of Denzel Phoenix, a futuristic bounty hunter known as an ExeKiller. Your main objective is to collect souls, biochips that control individuals in this dystopian society, while navigating a semi-open world filled with dangerous landscapes, dynamic weather, and various enemies.
Empty.
Second Loop is an upcoming single-player first-person shooter, FPS, developed by Kakaru Indie Games. The game is set in a futuristic dystopian world where players pilot a mech, equipped with the ability to manipulate gravity and assemble mechanical parts to solve physics-based puzzles. The game combines intense combat with sandbox puzzle solving, allowing players to create and customize various vehicles and structures to navigate and overcome challenges. Frostpunk 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to the critically acclaimed survival city builder game by 11-Bit Studios. Set 30 years after the events of the first game, players once again lead the people of New London, this time navigating the challenges of a post-apocalyptic world still gripped by an unforgiving ice age. The game introduces new elements, such as managing an expanded metropolis, dealing with political factions, and making difficult moral decisions that will shape the future of your society.
Oh, starving!
More people, more mouths to feed.
They treat us like animals, left to suffocate.
We need a place to work.
Who else will feed our families?
Stuart, this squalor will kill her.
Stuart!
Where are the homes you've promised?
Can we all receive equal rations?
Hospitals are not a place for experiments. Free education for our children.
Secure and stable growth. City for the citizens!
Stuart, hear your people!
We want a say in how we run the city.
SYNDUALITY. Echo of Ada is an upcoming third-person shooter set in a dystopian future where humanity is struggling to survive after a mysterious event known as the Tears of the New Moon. This event caused a poisonous rain that devastated the population and gave rise to mutated creatures called Enders. In the game, players take on the role of drifters who explore the world in armed vehicles called cradle coffins, collecting valuable resources known as AO crystals while fending off threats. Steelseed is an upcoming stealth action adventure game. Developed by Storm in a teacup, the studio known for Close to the Sun. The game is set in a dark sci-fi world where humanity teeters on the brink of extinction due to catastrophic environmental collapse. In Steelseed, players control Zoe, a character navigating a dangerous underground facility, aided by a flying drone companion named Kobe.
Let's go.
The Forever Winter is a tactical survival horror shooter set in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity battles for survival against massive AI-controlled war machines. Developed by Fundog Studios, a team of industry veterans, the game emphasizes strategic, squad-based gameplay where players must navigate a constantly shifting battlefield. Players take on the role of survivors, scavenging for resources while avoiding or confronting hostile factions and colossal enemies. to the Dead. Our Darkest Days is a side-scrolling shelter survival game set in 1980s Texas, where players must guide a group of survivors through the zombie-infested city of Walton. The game focuses on resource management, crafting, and making tough decisions to keep your group alive. Players will need to balance the physical and psychological needs of their group while navigating the dangers of both zombies and human threats.
Now, there's no turning back. We have to work together and survive long enough to escape this city. No matter what it takes.
LEGO Horizon Adventures is an upcoming action-adventure game co-developed by Guerrilla Games and Studio Gobo, set to release during the holiday season of 2024. This game is a playful take on the Horizon series, reimagining the world of Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West in a LEGO-thumbed universe. Players will take on the role of a LEGO-fied Aloy, exploring a world filled with brick-built dinosaur-like machines, engaging in battles, and uncovering the mysteries of the ancient past.
Who is that?
That hot dog guy is Aloy, an amazing video game lead.
Thunderjaw went mad and is tearing through the valley.
Don't worry, I'll bring it down. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, right in the eye. And fire attack.
A lonely hero, hunting machines all by herself.
Hello, I have friends, you know.
Let's do this!
Right, a friendly...
Hail to the Rainbow is an upcoming first-person action-adventure game set in a post-apocalyptic cyberpunk world. Developed by Sergei Noskov, the game tells the story of Ignat, a lone survivor navigating a grim, chaotic world after a catastrophic military event. The gameplay combines exploration, puzzle solving, and combat, where players will use both firearms and melee weapons to survive.
Other models in the lineup, AMA-01 is controlled using the Vernadsky helmet, but does not require calibration or recharging. The main area of application for the model is in the field of social work, upbringing, and education.
Students, let's open the textbook.
Tamara Vasilyevna, I forgot my textbook at home.
Oh, really? And you didn't forget your head?
This is how technology bursts into our everyday life.
Rooted is an upcoming post-apocalyptic survival game developed by Headlight Studio, set. In the year 2100, the game takes place in a world devastated by global bacteriological warfare. Players must navigate through desolate environments, scavenging for resources, crafting tools, and building shelters to survive. The game can be played solo or in co-op mode, offering players the flexibility to explore and survive alone or with friends. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando is an upcoming cooperative first-person shooter, FPS, inspired by classic 80s horror and action movies, developed by Saber Interactive and published by Focus Entertainment. The game takes place in a near-future setting where a failed experiment to harness the Earth's core energy results in the creation of the Sludge God, an eldritch abomination that transforms the land into a nightmarish landscape filled with undead monsters. Ashfall is an upcoming post-apocalyptic MMORPG developed by legendary Star Studio and published by NetEase Games. Set in a future where AI has waged war against humanity, the game features a distinctive Eastern-inspired wasteland setting, offering a fresh aesthetic in the post-apocalyptic genre. Players will explore dangerous dungeons, engage in cover-based combat, and participate in a variety of survival activities, such as home building and weapon crafting.
An unknown world. It's our new homeland. Or our resting place.
Bounty Star is an upcoming 3D action game that blends mesh combat with farming and base building elements. Developed by Dino God and published by Annapurna Interactive, the game is set in a post-apocalyptic version of the American Southwest. Players take on the role of Clementine McKinney, an ex-soldier who pilots a highly customizable mech called the Desert Raptor Mk2. The game features a mix of ranged and melee combat, as well as a strong focus on upgrading your base of operations and managing resources like water, power, and food.
I hope tomorrow is different.
The Relic. The First Guardian is an upcoming action RPG developed by Project Cloud Games and published by Perp Games. Set in the dark, mysterious world of Arsiltis, players take on the role of the Last Guardian, tasked with collecting pieces of a powerful relic to close a void that threatens to consume the land. The game features a semi-open world, allowing players to explore freely while choosing from 5 distinct weapon types, each offering unique playstyles. POSTFROST is an upcoming survival RPG set in a post-apocalyptic world gripped by an eternal winter. Developed by Keyplay Studio, the game challenges players to survive in a frozen wasteland by crafting, exploring, and battling the harsh environment and dangerous enemies. The game features both single-player and co-op modes, allowing players to explore the world alone or with friends. Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster is a significant update to the classic 2006 zombie survival game, Dead Rising. This remaster is built using Capcom's Re-engine, providing the game with vastly improved visuals, including 4K resolution at 60 FPS, enhanced character models, and more realistic lighting effects. The remaster introduces several quality-of-life improvements, such as autosaving, the ability to fast-forward in-game time, and updated AI for survivors.
Say zombies?
Take a look out there. Those ain't zombies. What would you call them?
Quick! Move! Get over here!
A Quiet Place. The Road Ahead is an upcoming first-person survival horror game developed by Stormind Games and published by Saber Interactive. The game is based on the popular film franchise, A Quiet Place, and follows the story of two characters, Alex and Martin, as they try to survive in a world overrun by deadly, noise-sensitive creatures. The gameplay emphasizes stealth, as making noise can attract the monsters, but there are also moments of high tension involving vehicles, shotguns, and alarms that will undoubtedly draw these terrifying creatures to you. State of Decay 3 is the next installment in the popular zombie survival series by Undead Labs. This game promises to be a significant evolution of the franchise, leveraging Unreal Engine 5 to deliver enhanced graphics and more complex gameplay. Players will once again manage a group of survivors in a post-apocalyptic open world, balancing resource management, base building, and defending against increasingly dangerous zombie threats.
And that helped us find the courage to keep going, to fight on. When we needed it the most.
Arknights Endfield is a highly anticipated real-time 3D RPG that builds upon the world of the popular mobile game Arknights. Developed by Hypergriff, this game shifts from the original tower defense mechanics to a more expansive open-world RPG with tactical combat, set on the planet. Talos 2, players will explore uncharted territories, engage in strategic battles, and manage resources using a factory system that was well received during early testing phases. Terminator Survivors is an upcoming open-world survival game set in the iconic Terminator universe. Developed by Nacon Studio Milan, the game takes place after the events of Judgment Day, focusing on the harsh realities of surviving in a world dominated by Skynet's machines. Players will need to scavenge for resources, build and manage a base, and fend off threats from both Terminators and hostile human factions. Exoborne is an upcoming tactical open-world extraction shooter developed by Sharkmob and published by Level Infinite. Set in a post-apocalyptic United States, Ravaged by extreme forces of nature, players take on the role of Reborn, survivors equipped with powerful exo-rigs that grant them unique abilities to survive in this hostile environment. A new Darksiders game has been officially teased by THQ Nordic during their 2024 digital showcase. While the game remains untitled, the teaser prominently features the Charred Council and ends with the phrase, "Be prepared to ride again," suggesting a return of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. This new installment is being developed by Gunfire Games, the studio behind Darksiders 3.